Last year, you gave us the nod during July. Hey, don't sleep on the Bengals. You gave us that little heads up because you went on, your annual training camp tour. Where are you planning on going this year? Where are you putting your markers down for your visits coming up in just a few weeks, Kevin?
So I'm gonna try to do like I always do, which is 20 teams. But here's one thing I've staked my claim in already.
Okay.
Jacksonville at the Hall of Fame game. Okay. I don't think Jacksonville is going to make the playoffs this year, but I think Trevor Lawrence was a legitimate NFL coach. That's my first stop in training camp. I haven't told the Jaguars that, but Jaguars, if you're listening, I'm coming. Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence, Trent Baalke overspent in free agency, but that doesn't mean they didn't get better players. That's a much improved team, and that's a quarterback that if you watch the tape last year, still was much better than what the numbers say, and I think he's still on the superstar track. I'm staking my claim in Trevor Lawrence. He's my first stop for the training camp tour because he's going to have a big year relative to last year.
You know what? You're touching on something about the Jaguars with Doug Peterson is they essentially hired two coaches in one. They hired Super Bowl winning head coach Doug Peterson, and they hired not Urban Meyer. That's who they hired.
That's right. Maybe one of the biggest examples of addition by subtraction in the history of the modern NFL.
No question. By the way, and I know every single time I go on Urban Meyer, it's just like, well, you're a Michigan guy and you're bitter about him beating Michigan. It sucked. I hated losing to Urban Meyer, no question about that. But then I worked with him at the draft on NFL Network. He called in one time prior to a Michigan-Ohio State game. I mean, this is nothing personal. It's got to do with seeing somebody faceplant so spectacularly and also go ahead and denigrate the hard work of some longtime NFL people and also bring that entire profession a slap in the face based on all of that. And then seeming no responsibility taken other than saying it was all on me. Like that doesn't cover the transgressions that we saw. But that said, now that I feel better of trying to quit myself of an argument that you're not making, but it's Peterson and also the fact that he's not the other guy that I think is going to be significant in Jacksonville for sure.
I completely agree. It's not going to be a huge Joe Burrow type year, but it's going to be a big leap forward.